All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Sport Port. Bad news: last night was not very good for us. Great last weekend, great on Monday, and today, well, yesterday was just not that good. We're gonna go through our picks here. So, Commanders -1 or +3.5. Either way, you got it. So that was one of the good picks. The over 32.5. How dare I think that they were going to score that much on an Amazon Prime Thursday night football game? That just doesn't happen. Should have known that. But yeah, they didn't even hit over 32.5. It was 12-7. So not good there. So 1 for 2 there. Not the best. You could have definitely seen that coming. Usually I don't go over unders anyway. I just guess it for the thing. But yeah, so that wasn't very good there. Then for our picks, Wentz higher than 14 fantasy points did not happen. I was pretty confident in that one, but didn't hit, obviously. Herbert higher than 26.5. He had a huge run. It was like a 64-yard run, so that one hit easily. That was our most confident pick there, so that was very good. Terry McLaurin higher than 54.5 receiving yards. That did not happen. He was like 40 something. Carson Wentz looked awful all game. So McLaurin, there were times where he looked a bit open and just didn't even get the ball to him. So that sucked. Didn't hit. Cole Kmet less than 27.5 receiving yards. That one did hit. So that's good. And then Fields less than 22.5 pass attempts, which he has not hit in any game so far this year. And then he threw like 27 last night. What are you going to do? Didn't expect this to be the one where they throw it a bunch, but they did, and that's what happened, So, doesn't matter what happens in all the other games, it can always change in one game, and that's all it takes. So, there was that. So, we were 1 for 2 on the over-under and the spread, because we got the spread right. Over here, we were 2 for 5, which is not good, but at least our most confident one hit. Like I said, a lot of these are fluffer, so if we're actually looking at our two most actually confident picks, then we're 1 for 2 there, which still isn't very good, but that's all right. So you're always going to have down days. Hopefully this weekend can be a bit better, and I will be doing player props for the weekend now. I will be uploading those on Saturdays. So today we're going to talk about the spreads that I like. Tomorrow we're going to talk about player props. Because with certain players, like, you don't know if they're playing until the day of sometimes. But we'll know more by tomorrow in that. So, go over those. But yeah, so yesterday was not the best for us. But this is what we're talking about right now. Sunday's games. So, we're going to do it how we always do. But first, I'm going to come in. And I'm just going to look at who I think will win and who I think will lose. So, if we come in here. I'm just going to copy all that so we can have it. But we are just going to do our win-loss predictions. We are pretty good on those right now. I can't remember exactly, but we are doing very good in our, over 500 easily for our guesses. I'll get that number up for the next time we do this, but can't remember it exactly right now. But we will go through these. So this one I think is pretty easy. We're taking the Vikings there. I don't think there's much debate on that one. Vikings are going against their third string quarterback over there, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater's playing. I don't think Tua's playing. So they're going to have Skylar Thompson or whatever his name is out there. So they should be able to win this one. Patriots and Browns. I'm going to take the Patriots again. Patriots absolutely destroyed the Browns last year. I remember it was like 46-10 or something. But that was a big one. So I definitely think that's going to happen there. These are just our picks, so there could be like an upset or two in here. So I'm not sure as of right now, though. I just kind of go through. There we're picking the 49ers. They're just going to be a wildly consistent team. I feel like throughout the year, that's kind of what they are. It's just a very consistent team. Kind of know what you're going to get out of them. Really good defense and an efficient offense, right? So that's better than the Falcons already. Next, we got the Bucks and the Steelers. We're definitely taking the Bucks just because, obviously, they're going against Kenny Pickett, who is a rookie that's going to be out there, so that's going to be a rough game for him. Here we're going to take the Bengals. Just, I'm not going to say you're going to explain every single game, but yeah, Bengals are probably going to beat the Saints. Just, more high-powered offense. Defense, Saints are probably a little bit better, but hopefully the Bengals can get some good play calling for once and actually put stuff together. But then we got the Ravens and the Giants. This one I feel like could be, because I'm guessing that Baltimore is favored, right? But, Giants upset is possible, right? But I'll take the Ravens. I'm just saying I don't think it would be insane. Maybe if that spread is enough, that's one that we take over the weekend, But we'll see about that soon here. So then we got Jets at Packers. Should be the Packers. They need to win pretty much, especially losing to the Giants last weekend. Then we got the Colts and the Jaguars. So that's the Jaguars. They didn't look great last week, but also neither did the Colts, and the Jaguars own the Colts pretty much. So not too worried about that pick there. Cardinals at Seahawks. I'm going to go Seahawks. I think Seahawks win that game. They lost. James Conner's probably going to be out. They're going to be starting Benjamin back there. They still don't have D-Hop. I think Seahawks could win that game. Panthers-Rams, that one's going to be the Rams. I really don't like the Rams, but, just they're going to be starting P.J. Walker, I think his name is, out there. And that offense, that team's just looked really bad anyways. So Rams should destroy them there. Here, I'm going to take the Bills. Obviously, it's going to be a shootout. I remember last year it was super high-scoring game and everything. But, yeah, so taking the Bills on that one. Obviously, I'll go more in-depth on some of these games when I actually pick them to bet on. This is just doing it kind of for fun, right? And we picked the Commanders to win last night, so there's a win for us. Cowboys-Eagles. Cowboys are probably not going to win that one. So there's our picks. I'm not going to leave these up here for too long. I'm just going to kind of leave them up there for a second. Can always pause it and that. And then next, we're obviously going to do the spreads that we think are going to happen. There might be a few. Like I said, I think Seahawks might be something we pick out. Ravens, Giants might be something we pick out. But yeah, so we'll see. Maybe the Vikings we pick out. Depends on how much they're getting from that Dolphins theme. Patriots might be something we pick out. So there are a few that might happen here. Maybe Eagles. I don't know. We'll have to see when we actually look at the spreads. As I've said, I don't know what the spreads are. So leaving those up there, but we will take them away now. Just throw that back up there. So now we got this up here, and we'll see what we want to take. So we'll guess it and then delete it as we go down. So I'll come in here, pull it up on my phone just to have it so we can look at it. All right, so we're starting with the Vikings and Dolphins. So I think the Vikings, if they're on their third string quarterback over on the Dolphins, Vikings are probably going to be -6, something like that. So let's find it in here. I got the side of my screen covered up that actually says this stuff until I get to the team that I'm looking for. And there it is, -3. Is Teddy Bridgewater playing? Dolphins starting QB. Yeah, they're starting Skylar Thompson. Okay. I'm a little bit confused here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit confused. Is this like a trap thing? Is that what's happening? Is there something that I don't realize is going on here? Because that makes no sense to me at all. So that's one that we're going to take. So we'll just leave it up there. We thought it was going to be 3, and it's actually, or we thought it was going to be 6, and it's actually 3. Then we got Patriots, Browns. They're at the Browns, so it's probably Patriots -, 1.5. I bet it's close. Patriots plus 2.5. So that's another one that we'll keep in there, I guess. Okay. Next we got 49ers Falcons. It's got to be like 49ers minus 4 or 5, something like that. 49ers minus 4 or 5. Yeah, minus 5.5. I don't think that's one that we're going to keep in there. So as we go through, I will just delete the ones that I'm like, we're not going to take those, right? So boom, that one's gone. Bucks Steelers, it's going to be Bucks by 12, probably. I would say they didn't look amazing last week against the Falcons, but the Bills absolutely blew out the Steelers. So really, it's only 8.5 right now. I guess we'll keep that in there. I mean, I thought it was going to be like 4 more points. So I guess, it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to complain. I just thought after the blowout last weekend, like I said, I know the Bucks didn't look amazing, but yeah. Bengals Saints is probably going to be like Bengals minus, 3.5 or something like that. It's minus 1.5. Still don't want to put that in there. Bengals are they're a cold team right now. So probably don't want to do that. Ravens Giants, I bet it's like Ravens minus 3 or 4 or something like that. Minus 6. So that's what I was saying. I think the Giants could maybe, hey, they're looking better than everybody thinks, right? So, they were not favored at all last weekend. You never know what could happen. Jets Packers, it's got to be like Packers minus 4. They didn't look great last week, so can't really go off of that, but minus 7.5. Yeah, that's still one you don't often want to bet on the Jets, so take that away. Jaguars at Colts. So that's going to be the Jaguars probably minus 3. Like, that's probably on the high end a little bit. Jaguars minus 3. But we'll see here. It's actually, it's Jaguars plus 2.5. They've looked bad, right? Like, they've looked bad. And the Colts are probably getting Jonathan Taylor back, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, let me see if... so Jonathan Taylor should be back, right? But let's see exactly what it says, if he's questionable at all or anything. He's questionable. So, yeah, I guess he has a chance to play in week 6. I kind of like that then, because if it's a chance, and that also means he's probably not like fully healthy, right? So we'll leave that in there, but we might be like, this is our pick, if Jonathan Taylor is out, but obviously those odds are going to change probably. So yeah, they're minus 2.5, but we'll actually see for sure. Cardinals at Seahawks. I'm thinking it's going to be like Cardinals minus 4 or so. No, probably not even that much. Probably minus like 2.5. But, it is minus 2.5, exactly. So, yeah, we're not going to take that one. I could see the Seahawks winning, but not one that we're going to take there. So next we're looking at the Panthers and the Rams. It's going to be Rams minus 11, 12, something like that. So look down here. Minus 10. Yeah, but that's once again not one you're going to take. Is PJ Walker going to look great out there? Probably not. But then we got Bills Chiefs. It's going to be like Bills minus 2 or something. I'd have to imagine. Yeah, minus 2.5. That's not one you're going to do. The over-under that game is 53.5. But yeah, not going to take that one. And then we got Cowboys at Eagles. That's the night game. I'm excited for that one. We're saying Eagles probably by like 3.5. Minus 6.5. See, that's a bit more, but it's like definitely possible, right? But also, with the way we do things, keeping the Cowboys there, that would give us 6 games there. Very good defense, right? I think they just beat the Rams, but the Rams also just haven't been looking great. So Sunday night game. We'll put that one away. That one, I mean, we add a couple points. You get them by like touchdown and a field goal. Because we're not really looking at over-unders right now. We're just looking at the actual thing itself, right? So we got Vikings, Dolphins. We'll keep Cowboys, Eagles in there. I kind of like that. But, all right, so yeah, let's go through again. So we have Vikings and Dolphins. So let's put in what the spread is. It'll be what the spread is. So the spread is -3. That's what it is. So we would take the Vikings -3. The fact that it's even that low is crazy to me. Honestly, I kind of like it there. I kind of am cool with Vikings -3, right? But to play it safe, what we always do is actually make it Vikings -7.5, right? That's what we would actually take it at. We can press on it. We can go over just to get the whole thing in. So we're looking at Vikings -7.5. So come in here. Or no, yeah, I even went the wrong way. I'd be cool with Vikings -7.5, but that's not what it is. It would be Vikings plus 3.5. My bad. Vikings plus 3.5 is what we'd make it to. And that would be -265, right? So that's going to be -265 for us. Put that in the wrong spot, but plus 3.5, which is -265 right there. So taking them with points against the third string QB. Apparently, it looks like he's just starting over Teddy right now. Like, Teddy is on the back burner, I guess. Like, he could play, but they're not going to have him play, which is also surprising, but still. So we'll take that. So, but -265, you're not looking at great odds, right? Like, you don't necessarily want Vikings -265. But then we're going to go get the Patriots. Look at the Patriots. Not going to take them plus 2.5. We will take them at plus 7.5. So, like I said, you always do it just to the next score. It's like field goal, touchdown, touchdown and field goal, touchdown and touchdown. Do those numbers. So it's going to be like 3.5, 7.5, 10.5, 14.5, right? That's how we're going to do those. So we're going to take New England Patriots plus 7.5. So because when it's right there, then we might as well take the plus 7.5 one, right? So we're looking at, they are normally at plus 2.5, which is what we would take. We would take that. Like, we're putting that there because that is what we would take if we're just taking it straight up like that. And then what we actually want to take, and then it's saying what the odds are on that. Because obviously when you take pretty much straight up, it's always going to be really close to -110. Because that's what they want you to take. Because then it means if you win, they're giving you less money than you put in. If you lose, you're giving them more money than you put in, right? So otherwise, they would just make it straight up even to where it's, plus 100 for everybody. But they obviously would rather have you do it the other way. So we're looking at that. We're looking at plus 7.5, which is pretty good against that team. And then it's once again, I believe, 265. Yeah, so -265 again, but that already brings us to -112. So you're getting both of these teams with even more points, and you're at about what you would be if you just took it at what they want you to take, right? So then you got Bucks and Steelers. That one is going to be interesting, but -8.5 for them. So then, -8.5 is what we would take. But we're actually going to move it down to minus. Since we're on this side of things, we probably want to go. If you're on the plus side, you want to get that extra half a point. And the bigger direction. If you're on the other side, you probably want to get it in the smaller direction. So instead of 3.5, we're going to go 2.5 here. So minus 2.5, right? So you still keep some of that money, and they're probably not going to lose by 1 or 2 points, right? Or win by 1 or 2 points. They're probably going to win by more than that. So, because if we take 3.5 right now and they win by a field goal, then we don't get it. So that's why we come in, and these are probably going to be a little worse odds than the other ones at 265, but we can see here, so we're taking them at minus 2.5. And that is, yeah, minus 340. So, yeah, if you go from 2.5 to 3.5, it is a huge jump right there. So this is minus 340, which is a lot. But it's because it's, the better chance of winning for us by that quite a bit, because most teams don't lose by 1 or 2 points. So that is minus 340, but those three combined gets us to plus 145. So we're already in plus territory right now. So that's very good. And then we're looking at, because if I could right there, I would just take 3. But they always have the halves there in either direction. So next we got Ravens Giants. And that is going to be, Giants plus 6. So they were probably going to go to 10.5, just because. So they are at plus 6. And I will go back here just to put G for, Giants up here, B for Bucks. And then we'll also go to the Patriots one and put Patriots down, just because don't want any miscommunication there, right? And we don't have the space to put down the entirety of the thing, so can't do that. But so we got Giants plus 6. We're going to move it to plus 10.5, plus 10.5. So that's good. And those odds, they're not going to be the greatest, as always, but it's when you put everything together, that's how it goes. So buy, sell points, come down here, you're looking at Giants plus 10.5, and that is going to be, they give you a lot of options, so you really got to scroll sometimes. But that is going to be minus 215, which is not bad at all. That kind of makes up for the 340 on the other side, right? So minus 215. So right now we're looking at like plus 259. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Plus 259, which is pretty good. And then we still got 2 more to go. This is more than our usual 5, but like I said, we're not doing it as in, I think I'm going to stop doing those player prop things in 5s. I'm just going to be like, hey, this is what I'm confident in. These are the picks that I'm confident in. Whether it's 1 pick, or it is 5 picks, or it is 10 picks. I could go through on a Sunday and just be like, there are 10 games here that I would really like to, go bet on, right? Because if there is, then there is. And if there's 1, then there's 1, But these ones I kind of like doing this on. So we're looking at Jaguars Colts. That one was surprising for sure. And it does definitely depend on Jonathan Taylor, right? But I think right now it is going off of Jonathan Taylor playing. So right now it's Jaguars plus 2.5. That's what it's at right now. We can go over buy sell points, and we are going to get them to plus 7.5. So just keep going. Jaguars plus 7.5 is minus 295. So it's a little higher, a little lower. We're going to take them plus 7.5 at minus 295. So that's not too bad, but we're getting really high up in the parlay ranking aspect of it. And like I said, we went perfect last Sunday, so I'm hoping we can keep that up. Obviously, I think player props are harder to guess than these, but just still like going over them. It's the only thing that I can actually bet on myself. So next we're looking at Cowboys Eagles. That's the night game, so we can scroll all the way down. Cowboys are at plus 6.5, so we can buy that up to plus 10.5, I suppose. Because, okay, well, this is a hard one. Because with us buying points, yes, I do like Cowboys. Because the Eagles also have a very good defense. So we're going to be buying points anyway, right? And if I'm looking at it where it is now, I would actually probably take the Eagles, right? They have more playmakers. They also have a very good defense. They have a running back that can, or a quarterback that can actually run away from, Micah Parsons and that and get out of those spots. So I'm thinking I might actually like Eagles. So take Eagles. It's normally minus 6.5 for them, which, you're getting them at less than a touchdown right there. So if they beat them by a touchdown, you get that, which I do like. You can kind of talk about it and, change your mind and whatever. And then you go and buy, sell points. And we're going to go to the Eagles and we're going to do 2.5. So let's look for that. Eagles minus 2.5 is minus 250. So that's actually not terrible at all. Minus 2.5. And it's minus 250. And then we will go down here and we will put in parlay. If we take all of these, we are sitting at plus 574. So that's more than last week, which makes sense because we are adding an entire another game on it. Last week, our parlay, I think, was like 477 or something like that. So, decent hit there, I will definitely take that. And yeah, we're looking at this. As I said, here, I will also go through. So yeah, plus 574 is the alternate spread that we are giving for all of these games. But we can come through and I will look just at what the spread is for all of these games the other way, right? So we're looking at Cowboys, Eagles, just taking them at the Eagles at minus 6.5, right? Next, we will go just Vikings game, we'll take the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 2.5. Then we will look at Patriots plus 2.5. Then we have the Bucks and the Vikings. Vikings minus 3. Buccaneers are at minus 8.5. So that's all of our. Nope, that's not all of our picks. I'm missing one here. Ravens Giants maybe is the one I'm missing. Yeah, Giants plus 6. So if we take all of those, then you're looking at plus 4,570. So plus 4,570. And then we'll just throw this so you know which is which. Obviously, very different odds. It would be amazing if the first one hit. Bet 100, get 4,500, right? But with our safe picks, we're going plus 574. And I like that quite a bit, actually. So here are our picks for Sunday. Tomorrow, we will come in and we will look at player props for Sunday. Might be a little later, it's Saturday. I got a birthday party to go to and whatever, so going to be doing that. But the video will be uploaded at some point tomorrow. And we will have player props on Saturdays from this point on. We will do Fridays the exact same of a full slate and everything like that. Saturdays are for player props. Sundays are, maybe just like a recap, I guess. Since we'll already have all the information in here, we'll just put it all in one, 5-minute recap. This is what we like, right? See if anything's changed. So, got our whole slate down today. Excited for that. Should be a good weekend of football. It looks like there could be some upsets here that we're looking at. So I'm excited for that. But otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. These videos are always a little longer, going over the full slate and that. But thanks to anybody who stopped by. I hope our stuff hits and we can have another very, very good Sunday. But we'll see what happens, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.